Now look at the instructions for Part 1. For each question, choose the correct answer. Look at question 1. 1. What has the woman left behind?
Our queue for the check-in's over there. Have you got your passport ready?
Mine's in my backpack with my books and phone. Oh no! I don't believe it!
What? You haven't left your passport at home, have you?
I know I forgot it once, but I'm more careful now. It's that guidebook I bought last week, the one I told you about. I thought I'd put it in my backpack with my phone and stuff, but I guess I didn't.
Perhaps you left it on the kitchen table.
2. Which T-shirt does the boy want?
Mum, when you're in town, can you get me that T-shirt I told you about? It's in the sale at the T-shirt shop on the ground floor of the shopping centre. It's black and white and divided into 2 parts. The top part has black and white stripes and there are stars on the white parts. The bottom half of the T-shirt has black circles on a white background. They've got lots of similar designs in the store, so please check you've got the one I want. Thanks, Mum.
3. How did the woman book tickets for the show?
Did you get tickets for the show?
Yes, finally. It's really popular, so there were long queues of people waiting to buy tickets outside the theatre.
So how long did you have to wait to get them?
Well, I stood there for a while and then gave up and went home. I had to call the theatre as their website wasn't working when I tried on my laptop. Too many people trying to use it, I suppose. Luckily, I managed to get tickets anyway, and quite good seats.
4. Why is the train to Histon delayed?
There will be a delay to the 1840 service to Histon due to bad weather in the surrounding area. Last night's heavy rain has cleared, but the strong winds we're experiencing at the moment mean trains are moving along the railway line at reduced speeds. Expect the service to be approximately 1 hour late. The forecast is calmer for the rest of the evening, though there is a possibility of snow on higher ground. Fortunately, this is unlikely to affect services to Histon.
5. Where are the tourists most likely to see a tiger?
Welcome to today's Tiger Tour. This is one of the best places to see wild tigers, so hopefully we'll manage to see some. A good time of year to see them is when temperatures start to rise, because they spend more time drinking at waterholes such as lakes. It's too early in the season for this yet, so our best chance is in the open spaces where they hunt. It's much more of a challenge to see them in the forest. Their stripes help them hide among the trees.
6. Which film will they go and see?
How about going to the cinema tonight? Jack Leon's new movie's on.
Oh, the one about that detective solving a murder.
Yeah, and he's pretty good too. There's that or a science fiction movie, but you know how I feel about those.
I know, they're hardly your thing. Well, how about this 19th century drama? Look.
Yeah, we could see that, but it looks a bit serious. I think my first suggestion looks more interesting, to be honest.
OK, let's do that then. Let's see the 7 o'clock show.
Sure.
7. How did the man travel to work?
Hi, Chris. It's pouring down. You look really wet. Did you cycle to work today?
Well, I wanted to, but my brakes need fixing and I haven't had time to deal with them yet.
Couldn't you come by bus?
They aren't always reliable from where I live. I think I'll get one home though if it's still raining later. It took me 40 minutes on foot. Hopefully I'll be back on my bike again soon.
Well, according to the forecast, it's going to rain all day today.
Now look at part 2. For each question, choose the correct answer. 8. You will hear a husband and wife talking about keeping fit and healthy.
So, shall we pay for another year's gym membership?
Definitely. I'd like to carry on playing badminton, and you enjoy swimming. It's a nice thing to do after work, isn't it?
I agree, and maybe we should have our main meal earlier in the evening rather than so late at night. What do you think?
It's worth trying. We're always hungry after the gym.
And it's not good to go to bed with a full stomach. It's a shame we can't stay up later, but we've both got to get up so early for work every day.
I know.
9. You will hear 2 friends talking about the woman's work.
I heard there's a new boss at your company. How's it going?
Well, I wasn't exactly delighted when I heard about all the changes she was going to make, like moving the office around, giving people more responsibilities. It's taken me a while to get used to the situation. But I have. I mean, I've got to if I want to stay there, which I do. And I'm hoping to become a manager myself in the next 6 months, which would mean I'd have to work longer hours, of course. But that doesn't bother me.
Well, good luck.
Thanks.
10. You will hear a man telling a friend about his holiday.
How was your holiday?
Oh, fantastic. We went to see some ancient ruins. I thought they were all in the middle of the jungle, but the ones we visited were right by the sea. The colour of the water behind them was gorgeous. The thing I hoped we'd be able to do was climb and stand on the top, like you see people doing in photos. The ruins look even higher in real life. Incredible. But I knew we wouldn't be able to go up them, as too many tourists have damaged the place over time, which is a shame.
11. You will hear 2 friends talking about doing a foreign language course.
Shall we take Japanese classes before we go to Japan next year?
Good idea. But we wouldn't be in the same class. You already speak a bit and I know nothing.
Well, it's a long time since I studied Japanese, and I've forgotten almost everything. I'd be happy to start again.
OK, if you don't mind. Have you found any courses?
There's one at the local college. It lasts 3 months.
That's more than I was expecting.
You have to take lots of classes before you can say much in another language. Anyway, let's see if other places have courses.
12. You will hear 2 people talking about a music festival they're organising.
I think we're ready for the start of the music festival next month, so everything should be okay, as long as it doesn't rain.
Well, we'll just move things undercover if the forecast's bad. We can use the hall instead of being outside.
True. We haven't sold as many tickets as I'd expected. We need to get a bigger crowd.
So we'd better focus more on advertising the event then. By the way, have you managed to find a band to replace the one which cancelled?
Yeah. I haven't heard them play live, but I'm sure they'll be fine.
13. You will hear 2 friends discussing an article about air pollution.
Did you read that article about pollution? The one which says that some cleaning products are creating as much air pollution as traffic does.
Yeah, it's quite shocking. I don't understand why we haven't heard about this before. We're always told cars and trucks are getting greener so they don't damage the environment, but from what I read, it seems there are other things polluting our air. Stuff we use indoors can affect our health too. The article says we should start using safer products for cleaning, if they make them available, of course.
Yeah, exactly. Let's hope they do.
Now look at part 3. For each question, write the correct answer in the gap. Write 1 or 2 words, or a number, or a date, or a time. Look at questions 14 to 19 now. You have 20 seconds. You will hear a woman talking to some cyclists about a group bike ride.
Hi everyone. I'm here to tell you about the next group activity we've planned, a bike ride. After I've given you the details, feel free to ask questions. We'll need to know how many people are coming before Friday of next week. We considered doing a ride on a Saturday, but the roads are always busy, so we're going to do a Sunday ride. We might try other days in the future. So, how far are we going to cycle? We originally planned to do 25 kilometres, but decided that 21 kilometres would be enough. Eventually, we hope to get fit enough to do 30 kilometres. The bike ride will start at 10 a.m. under Skirton Bridge. That's Skerten. You can check where it is on a map. Please don't be late as we won't be able to wait for you. We've chosen this route because the scenery is really beautiful and it gives us a chance to take a break just in front of the castle. From there, the views over the sea in the distance as you eat your lunch are amazing and it's really peaceful there. I think you'll love it. Talking about lunch, we thought a picnic would be nice. The route will take us past a great shop famous for its cakes. You can buy some there for the picnic, but I also ask you to pack some sandwiches or other snacks in your bag before we set off on the ride. Although the weather's getting warmer now, make sure you have gloves on. They'll protect your hands from the wind. I don't expect we'll need raincoats, and you could wear shorts if you want to. Now, are there any questions?
Now look at part 4. For each question, choose the correct answer. Look at questions 20 to 25 now. You have 45 seconds. You will hear an interview with a wildlife photographer called James Thompson, who has won a photography competition.
Today I'm joined by 20-year-old James Thompson, who's won a national photography competition with his spectacular photograph of a fish jumping out of the water. James, how did you first become interested in photography?
Well, I grew up enjoying the countryside and wildlife. My mother's a painter and often took me to art exhibitions, so I think a love of being creative comes from her. And one day my uncle bought me a camera, and from then on I started taking pictures. My mum was really pleased.
And where did you take your prize-winning photo?
Actually, in a park in my city, where my friends and I used to play. It's not the most attractive place, even though it's really improved a lot recently, and the lake where I took the picture was made bigger. You'd be amazed how much wildlife there is, and I've managed to get some fantastic pictures there over the years. Everyone seemed to like them.
How did you feel about winning the competition?
Honestly, I was shocked. I'd never entered one before. My parents were really excited because they got the phone call saying I'd won. The best bit was being introduced to a well-known guy who takes pictures for an international magazine. I got lots of tips, and I've gone on to do more competitions since.
Great! So, what makes a good photo, in your opinion?
Well, I hope my picture shows that wildlife is still around even in the middle of a city. And that's what I like. Photos are more than just pretty pictures, they should be worth looking at and help you learn things about life. So I'm always ready because you never know what you'll see.
True. Why is photography such a popular hobby?
Well, many people have this idea of a photographer alone out on a mountain somewhere, but actually there are lots of clubs and it's really fun doing it with other people. It's easy to do anywhere. Even though experts earn a lot taking pictures all over the world, ordinary people can also get wonderful pictures closer to home.
Indeed. So, James, finally, what advice do you have for young photographers?
Find out what works and what doesn't. I didn't learn my skills by taking a course. Nothing's better than getting out there and getting experience. Of course, there's lots of fantastic equipment available, but it's really not necessary, and most phones take great pictures.
James, many thanks.